The salty breeze of the Pacific stung Emily Harper's face as she stood before the wrought iron gates of the sprawling Malibu beach house her family still called Sunset Haven. At 35, Emily's reflection in the car window revealed tired hazel eyes and dark hair whipping in the wind. Yet a flicker of defiance burned within her. She'd driven 5 hours from San Francisco, her knuckles white from gripping the wheel, chasing a fragile hope that this time, her family might welcome her with warmth instead of scorn. Sunset Haven was once her childhood sanctuary, a place of sandy toes and laughter with her younger sister, Lauren. Now, it was a hollow monument to memories that no longer felt hers. Emily leaned against her beat-up sedan, the same car she'd driven since her tech startup folded 2 years ago. She adjusted her faded denim jacket, a stark contrast to the opulence beyond the gates. This was her last shot to mend the fractured ties with her family. Or so she told herself. Well, look who showed up. Lauren's voice, syrupy but sharp, cut through the air from the backyard. Emily turned to see her sister, 28, lounging by the pool, her blonde hair gleaming under the California sun, a martini glass in hand. Lauren's designer sundress screamed money, money Emily suspected wasn't entirely hers. Guests, a mix of relatives and Lauren's socialite friends, glanced at Emily with thinly veiled curiosity. Didn't think you'd crawl out of your hole. Lauren smirked, her eyes scanning Emily from head to toe. Thought you'd be busy. What? Selling your old couch on Craigslist? Emily's grip tightened on her car keys, the metal biting into her palm. She hadn't been back since the family mocked her for losing her company. Her dreams crushed under the weight of a failed venture. Lauren, meanwhile, had always been the golden child, coddled by their parents. Forgiven for every misstep, Emily forced a smile, stepping into the house. The chatter and clinking glasses filled the air. But it was her mother, Catherine, who commanded the room. At 60, Catherine stood poised with a glass of Chardonnay, her eyes sparkling as she beamed at Lauren. Beside her, their father, Richard, 62, draped an arm around Lauren, his face glowing with pride. Everyone, raise a glass to Lauren, Catherine announced, her voice ringing. Our brilliant daughter just landed a senior marketing role at Coastal Elite. The room erupted in applause. Lauren basked in it, her smile smug. They threw me a huge party at the office, she added, tossing a glance at Emily. Too bad you couldn't make it, sis. Oh wait, you weren't invited. Emily's throat tightened. She swallowed hard, steadying her voice. Mom, Dad, I drove 5 hours to be here. Can we talk for a second? Richard barely looked at her, his expression flat. Can't you see we're celebrating Lauren? Don't ruin this, Emily. The room spun. Laughter and toasts continued, all for Lauren, while Emily stood frozen, invisible in her own family. Then Lauren sauntered over, martini in hand. Oh, almost forgot. Mom and Dad said I can take over your apartment in the city. You don't need all that space, right? I mean, with my new job, I need a place closer to work. Emily's heart sank. What are you talking about? Lauren shrugged, her lips curling. They paid the deposit on your place. So, it's only fair I get it. You'll figure something out. They paid the deposit? Emily's voice trembled. Catherine stepped forward, her gaze icy. Emily, Lauren needs that apartment for her career. You're resourceful. You'll manage. Emily's world tilted. That deposit was from her savings, $10 she'd scraped together over years of late nights and side gigs. Her parents had borrowed it, promising to repay her. Now, they were handing her apartment to Lauren like it was nothing. Lauren shot her a pitying look. You're tough, You'll be fine. The words stung like a slap. These weren't her family, they were strangers in expensive clothes. Laughing at her sister's success while dismissing her existence, Emily turned, her boots echoing on the hardwood as she fled the house. The ocean roared beyond the cliffs, its salt mingling with the betrayal burning in her chest. One question pounded in her mind. Why was she always the one to lose? While they took everything? But as she climbed into her car, Emily made a vow. This was the last time they'd treat her like a failure. She wasn't here to beg for their love. She was here to say goodbye. Back in her cramped San Francisco apartment, Emily tossed her keys onto a rickety table. The 7th floor walk-up smelled of mildew. Its peeling paint a far cry from the life she'd imagined at 35. Once a rising star in tech, she'd been deputy CTO at a startup that collapsed under bad leadership. Now, she was scraping by on freelance coding gigs. But as the door clicked shut, a strange calm settled over her. At least here, she didn't have to face Lauren's smirks or her mother's cold stares. Her phone buzzed. A text from Catherine. Emily. We spoke with Lauren. She'll move into your apartment next week. Please vacate by Friday. It's for Lauren's future. We know you'll understand. Emily's vision blurred with rage. For Lauren's future? What about hers? Since when was she a stranger in the home she'd paid for? She wanted to scream, to call her mother and demand fairness. But she knew it would only deepen their disdain. To them, she was the screw-up. While Lauren, despite flunking out of college and bouncing between jobs, was their pride and joy. The phone buzzed again. This time, it was Jake, Lauren's ex-boyfriend from years ago. Jake? Emily answered, wary. Can you meet me at the coffee shop on Mission Street? Jake's voice was urgent. There's something you need to know. What is it? Just come, please. 20 minutes later, Emily slid into a booth across from Jake. His hoodie couldn't hide the bags under his eyes. He clutched a coffee but didn't drink. I don't know how to say this. He started, voice low. Spit it out, Jake, Emily said, crossing her arms. Lauren's hiding something. That fancy car she's driving? You know where the money came from? My savings, Emily growled. Jake shook his head. Worse. She took out a $75 loan in your name. Forged your signature. Emily's blood ran cold. She did what? I found out when I helped her move some stuff. Jake said. Your parents know. They co-signed the loan. The betrayal hit like a freight train. $75, enough to start over. To rebuild her life. And her parents had helped Lauren steal it. Emily stood. Her face flushed. Thanks, Jake. I gotta go. Be careful, Jake called as she stormed out. Lauren's not who you think she is anymore. Back at her apartment, Emily's heart raced. How could Lauren do this? How could her parents betray her like this? She paced, fury building, when her phone lit up with an email. Harper family reunion this weekend. She opened it, her stomach twisting. Dear Emily, we're hosting a reunion at Sunset Haven. Lauren's organizing. There'll be surprises for everyone. Unfortunately, due to limited space, you won't be able to attend. Love, Mom. Emily laughed, bitter and hollow. Limited space? It was a lie. She was the outcast, the one who didn't fit their perfect family portrait. But as she stared at the email, a fire ignited within her. She wouldn't let them erase her. Her phone rang again. It was Mia, her college friend and financial advisor. You sitting down? Mia's tone was grim. What now? Emily braced herself. Sunset Haven's on the market. Your family owes the bank $120. Lauren tried to get another loan but got denied. They have to sell. Emily's breath caught. The house, her last tie to her childhood, was slipping away. And they hadn't even told her. She'd paid for its upkeep. From roof repairs to insurance when Lauren's reckless party sparked a fire. Mia, Emily said, her voice steady despite the storm inside. I want to buy it. Mia paused. That's a big move. You sure? I'm not letting strangers take my memories. Emily said. Buy it through my new LLC. They can't know it's me. Done. Mia said. I'll keep you posted. Emily hung up, her gaze fixed on the city lights beyond her window. Lauren's laughter, her parents' indifference, they thought they could break her. But she was done being their scapegoat. She'd take back what was hers. Starting with Sunset Haven. 3 months later, Emily stood on the 40th floor of Horizon Tower in Los Angeles. The new West Coast hub of Pinnacle Solutions. The city sprawled below, a glittering testament to her transformation. At 35, she was no longer the broken dreamer who left Malibu. She was now VP of Global Strategy, having spearheaded a $200 million merger with Apex Financial. Her name was splashed across Forbes, a symbol of resilience in a cutthroat industry. Mia burst in, waving a magazine. Check this out, The headline screamed. Emily Harper, the visionary redefining Pinnacle Solutions. A photo showed her shaking hands with Apex's CEO. Her smile radiant. I can't believe it, Emily whispered. You earned it, Mia said, grinning. And now, the world knows. Emily's thoughts drifted to her family. What would they say when they saw her face on newsstands? Her phone buzzed. A TV network wanted an interview about her next move, leading Pinnacle's Asia-Pacific expansion from Singapore. Singapore, a city of endless possibility. A dream she'd never dared to chase until now. Mia handed her a tablet. One more thing. It was a live feed from Sunset Haven. Lauren stood in the living room. Wine glass raised. Her laughter grating. To me, she crowed. The new creative director of Coastal Elite. The crowd cheered as Lauren preened. This house. This job. This life. It's all mine. Mia paused the video. They don't know you own the place. Do they? Emily's lips curved. Not yet. When are you dropping the bomb? Mia asked. When I'm ready, Emily said, her eyes cold. I want to see their faces when they realize I'm the one holding the deed. Mia whistled. You've changed, Em. No, Emily said. I've just stopped letting them walk over me. Her phone rang. An unknown number. Hello? Emily? Catherine's voice quavered. I saw the article. Is it true? You're VP at Pinnacle? Emily's laugh was sharp. Yes. Mom. Surprised? Silence. Then, Emily. Lauren's in trouble. Can you help her? Emily's grip tightened. Help Lauren? The sister who stole her home. Her money. Her future? Sorry, Mom, she said, her voice like steel. I'm heading to Singapore. I'm done cleaning up your messes. She hung up. A weight lifting. This was her moment, not theirs. Under a blazing Malibu sun, Emily stood in Sunset Haven's living room. The ocean's roar a steady pulse outside. She wore a tailored white blazer. Her dark hair sleek. A diamond necklace. Her own gift to herself. Catching the light. The house was hers now. Bought in secret. And today, her family would learn the truth. Car horns sounded. Emily's pulse quickened, but her face was a mask of calm. She opened the door, smiling brightly. Lauren strode in, lugging a suitcase. Her confidence unshaken. Em, you're here for the reunion? Oh, I wouldn't miss it, Emily said, her tone laced with irony. Catherine and Richard followed. Catherine in a silk shawl. Richard looking haggard. Emily, why are you here? Catherine asked, frowning. To welcome you, Emily said smoothly. Lauren scoffed. This is my house. Emily's smile turned sharp. She pulled a folder from her bag. This is the new deed. Sunset Haven was transferred 3 months ago. To me. The air froze. Lauren's jaw dropped. You bought it? With the money you stole. Emily said, her gaze piercing. The apartment you took. The $75 loan in my name. I decided I was done being your doormat. Catherine gasped. Emily, this is our family home. How could you? Family? Emily stepped closer. Do you remember when I worked 3 jobs to pay for Lauren's rehab? Or when I covered the bills here while you praised her for nothing? Catherine looked away. Richard stayed silent. Lauren's fists clenched. What? You think you're better than me now? No, Emily said. I just know my worth. She placed another folder on the table. Hotel reservations for your reunion. This house is mine, and I'm not hosting today. Lauren lunged forward. You're a monster. Monster? Emily's voice was ice. You haven't seen anything yet. As her family stood stunned, Emily felt the waves outside echo her resolve. She wasn't the girl they'd broken anymore. She was Emily Harper, unbreakable, unstoppable, and finally free. The Hong Kong skyline shimmered like a galaxy of dreams. Its towering skyscrapers reflecting off Victoria Harbour. Emily Harper, now 35, stood on the balcony of her sleek new apartment. A glass of Pinot Grigio in hand. The city buzzed below, a symphony of ambition and possibility. Yet an ache lingered in her chest, a void success hadn't filled. As vice president of global strategy at Pinnacle Solutions, she'd conquered the corporate world, orchestrating a $200 million merger that cemented her name in the financial elite. But tonight, under the neon glow, Emily felt the weight of her past. 3 months had passed since the showdown at Sunset Haven. The Malibu beach house she'd reclaimed from her family's grasp. The memory of her sister Lauren's stunned face. Her mother Catherine's tearful pleas. And her father Richard's silence still burned. Emily had walked away, severing ties with a family that had betrayed her, stealing her savings, her apartment, and her dignity. Yet, as she sipped her wine, she wondered if vengeance was enough. Her phone buzzed, shattering the silence. It was Catherine. Emily's thumb hovered over the screen. Her heart caught between anger and curiosity. She answered. Hello? Emily. Catherine's voice trembled, fragile as glass. Can I see you, please? Emily sighed, her walls still high. What do you want, Mom? I need to talk. In person. Fine, Emily said, her tone clipped. Meet me at the Harbor Cafe on Queens Road at 3 p.m. tomorrow. The next day, Emily sat in a corner booth, her latte steaming. Catherine walked in, looking older than her 60 years, her once vibrant auburn hair dulled. Her shoulders hunched. She sat across from Emily, clutching her purse like a lifeline. Thank you for meeting me, Catherine whispered. Say what you came to say, Emily replied, her voice steady but guarded. Catherine's eyes brimmed with tears. I've been thinking about everything. I was wrong, Emily, so wrong. I let Lauren walk all over you. I didn't see you, not the way I should have. I was scared of losing her, so I pushed you away. I'm so sorry. Emily's jaw tightened. You're sorry now? Where was that apology when Lauren forged my signature for a $75 loan? When you gave her my apartment, knowing I paid for it? You watched her drain my savings and did nothing. Catherine's head bowed, her fingers twisting together. I knew it all, and I stayed quiet because I thought Lauren needed me more. But I see now, I lost you. My strongest daughter. Emily's laugh was bitter. Strong? You called me a failure my whole life. You celebrated Lauren's every breath while I was invisible. Catherine reached into her purse, pulling out a small wooden box. Open it, she urged, sliding it across the table. Emily hesitated, then lifted the lid. Inside were relics of her past. A faded photo of her and Lauren building sandcastles at Sunset Haven. A letter she'd written to Catherine after landing her first tech job. And a tiny clay heart she'd made in 5th grade. You kept these? Emily's voice softened, betraying her. I never forgot you, Catherine said, tears spilling. I was weak, Emily. I thought protecting Lauren meant sacrificing you. But I want to make it right. Emily closed the box, her heart warring with her head. You want to make it right? Prove it. Show me you're different. I'm not opening my life to you until you do. Catherine nodded, hope flickering in her eyes. I will. I promise. Emily stood, leaving her latte untouched. I need time. Mom, don't call me until you've earned it. She walked out, the cafe's hum fading behind her. Forgiveness wasn't a gift she could give freely, not yet. 2 weeks later, Emily was buried in spreadsheets at Pinnacle's Hong Kong office when her door flew open. Lauren stormed in, her face pale, her designer facade gone. At 28, she looked like a ghost of her former self, eyes red, hair disheveled. Emily, you have to help me, she pleaded, voice cracking. Emily leaned back, unfazed. Why would I do that? Lauren collapsed into a chair, sobbing. The company found out I lied about my degree. They fired me. I have no job, no money, nothing. Mom's a wreck, and I have nowhere to go. Emily's gaze was cold. So, the golden girl finally fell. And you think I owe you a lifeline? Lauren dropped to her knees, tears streaming. I know I was awful. I took your apartment, your money. I hurt you, Emily, and I hate myself for it. Please, just give me a chance. Emily studied her sister, the one who'd mocked her, stolen from her, humiliated her. But beneath Lauren's desperation, she saw something new, humility. Emily leaned forward, lifting Lauren's chin. You want a chance? Earn it. I'll get you a job at Pinnacle. But you start at the bottom. Data entry. No special treatment. And if you screw me over again, you're done. Lauren nodded frantically. I won't. I swear. Get up, Emily said, standing. Prove you're not the same Lauren who betrayed me. As Lauren left, Emily turned to the window. The city's pulse mirroring her own. She'd given her sister a lifeline. But trust? That would take time. Over the next months, Lauren surprised her. She showed up early, worked late, and earned her first paycheck without complaint. One evening, Emily's phone lit up with a text. "Hey, sis. Got my own place now. Paid the rent myself. Check it out." Attached was a photo of Lauren in a modest studio, beaming by a window. "Can I invite you over someday?" Emily typed back. "I'm proud of you. Let's see how you do." A smile tugged at her lips. Lauren was changing, not for Emily, but for herself. Emily's Hong Kong apartment was a masterpiece of modern design, floor-to-ceiling windows, a plush gray sofa, and an abstract painting she'd splurged on after her first Singapore deal. She sat with a mug of chamomile tea, watching boats glide across the harbor. Her life was perfect on paper. But the emptiness persisted. Success hadn't erased the scars of her family's betrayal. She'd thought reclaiming Sunset Haven would heal her. Kicking her family out, watching their shock, it felt like justice. But late at night, the victory rang hollow. What she'd craved wasn't revenge but validation. She wanted Catherine to see her as the daughter who'd risen from nothing. She wanted Lauren to face her wrongs. And slowly, they were. One afternoon, Mia burst into Emily's office, a gift bag in hand. "Happy one-year anniversary in Hong Kong," she grinned, tossing it onto the desk. Emily opened it, pulling out a framed photo. It was her, standing on Pinnacle's rooftop, the skyline behind her, her posture radiating confidence. "I snapped it on the sly." Mia winked. "You were in your element." Emily's throat tightened. "Thanks, Mia. You've been my rock." "Bull," Mia said, sitting across from her. "You're not alone. You've got me." Lauren's trying. And Catherine's reaching out. Family isn't just blood, it's the people who show up. That night, Emily opened the wooden box from Catherine. She traced the clay heart. Memories flooding back. Her father's rare smile when she gave it to him. Lauren's giggles as they played on the beach. Her phone buzzed. A video call from Lauren. Lauren's face glowed. Her studio cluttered with boxes. "Just finished my first month as a marketing assistant. My boss says I could move up if I keep it up." "Really?" Emily's heart swelled. "That's huge, Lauren." Lauren's eyes softened. "I wouldn't be here without you. You showed me I could be more. I miss you. Can we be sisters again?" Emily bit her lip, fighting tears. "I want that too, but you've got to keep standing on your own. No shortcuts." "I will," Lauren promised, her voice thick. The next morning, Emily walked along Victoria Harbor, the sea breeze weaving through her hair. She sent Catherine a text. "Mom, I'm doing well. When you're ready, visit me in Hong Kong." The doors open. Emily stood on her balcony. The city alive below. She was no longer the broken girl who left Malibu, nor the angry woman who reclaimed Sunset Haven. She was Emily Harper, resilient, independent, and whole. The beach house was rented out now. Its income a quiet victory. She didn't need it anymore. Her home was here, in the life she'd built. Her story wasn't about revenge, it was about rebirth. Through betrayal, Emily learned that success wasn't proving others wrong but proving herself right. Forgiveness wasn't forgetting the pain, it was opening her heart to better days. With boundaries to protect it, she'd given Catherine and Lauren a chance. Not out of weakness, but strength. As the harbor lights danced, Emily raised her glass to the sky. She'd found her worth, not in her family's approval, but in her own reflection. And that was enough.